Good morning. I'm Jen Amos at Weiss Research.
I'm Andy Myers, and this is your morning market update for Wednesday, May 25th. Stocks on Wall Street opened lower following a disappointing report on durable goods orders. They fell 3.6% in April, a bigger drop than expected. The decline was mainly due to lower demand for aircraft and autos, partially caused by parts supply disruptions from the Japanese earthquake in March. But excluding the transportation sector, orders still fell 1.5%, their third decline in 4 months. And another closely watched category is core capital goods, which excludes defense and aircraft and gives a better indication of longer-term trends in the private sector. Those orders dropped 2.6%, a reversal following a big surge in March. The economic calendar is crowded the rest of the week, with another reading of first quarter GDP on tap for tomorrow, along with initial jobless claims. Then on Friday, we'll get data on personal income and spending, consumer sentiment, and pending home sales.
Following the data, Treasury prices are rising and the dollar is backing off some earlier gains against other currencies. Meanwhile, oil prices are dropping below $99 a barrel on renewed concerns about slowing energy demand. Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner is weighing in on the state of the economy. He said that it may take several years to repair the housing market and that the U.S. is undergoing a job crisis. And he estimated that $1 trillion in budget cuts is a realistic number in order to trim the federal debt and deficits. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development seems a bit more optimistic about the U.S. economy. It boosted its growth outlook to 2.6% this year from an earlier forecast of 2.2%. And it said the global economic recovery is strengthening and becoming more self-sustained. But the OECD said the pace of hiring is still too slow, and governments should do more to train and protect the workforce.
Turning to corporate news, shares of Applied Materials are falling about 1%. After yesterday's closing bell, the chipmaker reported that its fiscal second quarter profit nearly doubled, but its outlook for the current quarter fell short of estimates. Costco Wholesale is also trading lower in the early going, down more than 2% right now. The company's quarterly income grew on a 16% increase in sales, and Costco said it plans to open up another 11 stores by the end of August. But the results were not quite as good as analysts were expecting. Hormel Foods also missed estimates despite a 41% jump in quarterly profit. The food company also raised its earnings target for the full year, but the stock is dropping 5%.
A couple energy companies are among the biggest winners on the S&P 500. Halliburton is jumping nearly 3% today, after a similar surge yesterday. And Massey Energy is gaining nearly 2%. Standard & Poor's said that it will be replaced in the S&P 500 by Alpha Natural Resources after the close of trading on June 1st. In January, Massey agreed to be bought by Alpha Natural for $8.5 billion. Shares of ANR are jumping 2.5% on the news. Finally, we're keeping an eye on Martha Stewart Living Omni Media. It's soaring more than 20% after announcing that it hired the Blackstone Group to explore its options and evaluate potential partners and investors. Martha Stewart herself is expected to rejoin the company's board of directors later this year. That's the latest from Weiss Research. Have a great trading day.